Does your Social Security disability case meet the profile of a winning claim? I'm Jonathan Ginsberg, and I'm a Georgia Social Security disability attorney, and I try cases throughout the state of Georgia. And one of the things I look for when evaluating claims, evaluating cases, is does my client's medical issues, my client's medical issues meet the profile of a winning claim? And the way I look at this is as follows. If I'm a judge in a case, I see lots of cases for various types of medical problems. Certain medical issues I see a lot of. A judge is going to see a lot of. They're going to see a lot of back pain cases. They're going to see a lot of depression cases. They're going to see a certain number of heart disease cases, fibromyalgia cases, PTSD cases. There are certain things they just see over and over and over. And so it stands to reason that the judge, when you walk into that hearing room or before you walk in that hearing room, is going to look at the medical record and say, okay, this is a back pain case. What is the profile in my mind of a winning back pain case? And I will tell you, and again, this is where an attorney can really help you understand how these profiles kind of work. I will tell you that generally speaking, for a back pain case, the judge is going to expect to see a recent MRI showing significant disc involvement, a herniated disc, or at the very least a bulging disc with nerve root impingement or spinal stenosis. They're going to want to see an abnormal nerve conduction study showing that there's numbness and tingling radiating into the legs, if that's relevant here. They're going to want to see a treatment regimen where the doctor first has you rest, then sends you to physical therapy, then maybe ask for facet injections or epidural steroid injections, then maybe send you for a surgical consult if you're not a surgical candidate, maybe send you to long-term pain management. That's kind of the sequence is what the judge is expecting to see, because they see that over and over and over. So if you go in there and you've got a bulging disc and there's no nerve root impingement and there's no nerve conduction problems, yet you're complaining of pain that is way out of proportion to what the objective evidence suggests, the judge is going to have a hard time reconciling that in his or her mind and probably going to issue a denial. Because, and the other thing is, a judge is going to expect to see treatment records from a specialist. You go into a hearing with a bulging disc from your family doctor and the treatment from a family doctor, you're probably not going to win because it doesn't meet the profile. And I realize that there are certain cases where a person's objective evidence is not entirely does not entirely match up with that particular profile. They may have a very mild bulging disc, but significant pain because of some sort of a chronic pain syndrome, CRPS, or it could be the implications of another medical issue like diabetes, or it could be severe depression that causes enhancement of the pain situation. But the bottom line is, if the judge does not see what he or she expects to see, there's a pretty good chance that the judge is going to turn you down. And not that the judges don't want to believe you, but they're being reviewed. And so when a judge issues an approval on a case, that has to be justified. And a judge can't say, well, I thought this person was believable and approve you based on credibility. It's got to be based on medical evidence. And more judges are looking at objective evidence. And this doesn't just apply to back pain cases. There are profiles, I would dare say, for all kind of problems. Cardiac problems, there's going to be profiles for depression. What does that look like? And you've probably heard me talk about this before. In a depression case, a strong depression case is going to have suicide attempts or inpatient hospitalizations or failed medication trials. And if it's something less than that, you're going to need more than just depression. You're going to need something else there. If it's diabetes, you're going to need to see insulin dependent versus pills. And you're going to need to see evidence that the blood sugar is out of control despite all efforts to handle that with different types of medication, increasing dosages. So there are profiles for just about every medical case out there, and every judge is going to have his or her own profile. But my point is, I want you to understand that that's the way the world works in Social Security disability. And one of the things that I try to do for my clients when I'm talking to them at the beginning of a case is I'll say, look, you're saying that you're disabled because because of diabetes. Here's what generally is what it takes to win this case. You say you're disabled because of back pain. Here's what you got to have. And sometimes my client says, well, I think I can get that, or this is what's really going on. I just need to find the specialist. Sometimes the person says, I just can't, I don't think that's going to happen. And we may decide I can't help that person. So it really kind of comes down to understanding what these profiles are. And I think that an experienced lawyer who's tried a lot of cases will have in his or her own mind what that profile looks like for your particular impairment, and we'll share that with you, because again, I'm not doing you any good. Your attorney's not doing you any good to give you false hope if your case clearly is outside the profile and there's no extenuating circumstances that would allow us to make an argument to say, wait a minute, we still deserve to get approved despite the fact that we're maybe a little bit outside the boundaries of that profile. Hope you found this useful. Please give it a thumbs up on YouTube or like it on Facebook if you did. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think, if you had experiences like this. And please also subscribe to the YouTube channel, like our Facebook page, visit us online, ssdanswers.com. You can download my Secrets to Winning Disability Survival Kit or ask for a case evaluation. Love to hear from you in any way, shape, or form. So this is Jonathan Ginsberg, wishing you the best. Thanks a lot.